time to beef. I'm just trying to get my she ain't on my team. I been getting pop, nigga. Fuck what you mean.
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I did the Unpopular Podcast. Grand Hefe. That's my co-host, Dano the Don. What's going on with you, bro?
Yata. You know what it is.
Yata, you know what it is. Hey, man, we got a lot on the docket today, man. Boy, we got a lot to talk about since the last time that we talked. Just a quick little rundown to the Unpopular Opinion Podcast starting next week will regularly air on Mondays and Fridays, so you guys can look forward to the Unpopular Opinion Podcast on those two set days. When you hear this podcast, you'll probably get it on Saturday. That's what day we're going to upload this podcast on the 13th. And then on Monday, we're going to have our regular schedule starting on Mondays and Fridays. And, hey, man, we got two brand new segments, Dano Double of the Day and Dano Pound. So
they ain't ready.
Nah, they ain't ready for that. So I want y'all to stay tuned and let me know how y'all feel about that. About Dano Double of the Day and Dano Clown that he found. But let's go ahead and get into the podcast, man. Let's go ahead and get the show rolling. First topic of the day, we got Starbucks banned employees from wearing any Black Lives Matter memorabilia or clothing or anything, any messages supporting that. But also, they also, there was a memo sent around to all the employees stating that they knew the rules and that they cannot wear any clothing that advocates for political, religious, or personal use. But the companies also gave them pins supporting the LGBTQ community. What are your thoughts on this?
All right, well, I have a lot of mixed thoughts on this because first off, let me take this is serious talk. Got to take the top grill out. I have some mixed thoughts on this. Let me take all these grills out actually, so I can talk right because I can't even talk right. But first they started off by saying they couldn't, and then they told an employee that she couldn't because they were going to give them attire based on this. And then I feel like the only reason they said that was because they needed to respond to it because there was already a response from the community itself, from normal people not saying, we're not going to deal with this. We're already dealing with enough. Let's get rid of Starbucks. It's already too expensive to get coffee from there anyway. So fuck it. And then they had to.
It's definitely expensive to get coffee. I'm just saying right now, my wife is a avid Starbucks user. She said after this though, she said they don't get no more money from her, but yeah, boy, that's some expensive coffee. I'll tell you right now, that's some expensive.
And realistically, they just realized what that should show us though as a community is how powerful our dollar is. If we do boycott a place per se or some, how much power that could be, and we just need to know how to direct that power in the right direction. I feel like, and I'm not saying Starbucks is the wrong one because fuck Starbucks, I don't really care, but I'm just saying I want us to do that with other things as well. I guess I'm saying more than anything, and this appeal of companies doing for the people is slowly dripping down to other companies as well. So that's a positive thing for the community. So I don't know. It looks like we're being heard, and that's all I'm getting from the basis of all of it. And
I mean,
that's the most important thing.
For me, the fact that you tell people that, and you're trying to save face. For me, I think that's what it really comes down to me. About. I think they really tried to save face because when you read the report, it talks about how, the employees was told that they couldn't wear anything, but then Starbucks was saying that they could, but then they had, a report saying that they gave them pins to support the LGBTQ community. And it's like, yeah, anytime it's an agenda to push some gay shit, I'm just gonna just be honest. Like anytime it's an agenda to push some gay shit, everybody is on for it and everybody jump right onto it. More power to you. You do what you want to do. That's on you. But then when it's time, let's say, just like I'm just gonna veer off course real quick, but I'm just gonna talk about this one boy that was in Texas, I think Houston, where they told him that he had to cut off his dreads in order for him to graduate, for him to walk to graduate. And it's crazy, but see, they hate men being men, but when it's time for a man or a woman to do something, or we talking about being gay, oh, that's fine. So they can wear, you can give out pins, to support, the LGBTQ community. But when it comes down to wearing any clothing that supports Black Lives Matter, now you got a problem with it. So for me, Starbucks, you showed your colors. That's all you got to do. Me, I'm the type of person, all you got to do is show me your true colors one time, and I know not to even worry about going back to you. Go ahead.
I already knew where you were going with that. That's why I said one time, because I believe the same thing, and I believe the same thing with Gucci. Now, and then this is a whole different topic, but let's think about this. Remember Gucci blackface? Now let's think about all these. Guess what I just saw today? Flexing their Gucci Impala. Rick Ross ass. Like, it shows these motherfuckers, they don't care about the culture. As long as they feel like they're a part of that agenda when it's happening, it don't matter. Like, it's all the same thing, bro. And I'm glad Starbucks, people who go to Starbucks are doing enough to where Starbucks is seeing it. And even though they still have the same opinions about the people, at least we can see we can be heard and make them be fair a little bit more. But their heart is still in the same place. Don't get it twisted on that. It's
For
still
me,
in the same place that it was.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it's all fake love, and that's all it's going to be, fake love. Another guy who I have no love for, Thomas Lane. He was one of the Minneapolis police officers that was arrested and charged in the murder of George Floyd. His lawyer was on CNN a few days ago with Como, and he had some interesting things to say. I'm just going to play the clip real quick.
If the public is there and they're so in an uproar about this, they didn't intercede either. And my client's down where he can't really see.
Hold on, counselor, hold on. Two things. One, you're laying on a man's leg.
This nigga turning me.
Got a fine view of what's going on with that man. The other officer is literally a foot in front of you on his neck. Two, I understand that he has a senior officer telling him what to do, but there's also a duty to intervene. And if you think an officer is doing something that's dangerous to a civilian, you have a duty to intervene. And he did not intervene. And the idea that the civilians should have rushed in to a policing situation in the inner city of Minneapolis against.
So you heard what both had to say. What do you think of his comments saying that the civilians should have intervened?
I think that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, to be completely honest, because even in the video, I could swear you could see someone being right there and you could see the police already, because we've all been in those situations where we see the police doing something and then you try to step forward and they get right in your face. Oh, you'll get arrested too for obstructing justice or whatever they may say at that time. And it's so naive that they're trying to say that.
Police business or whatever they tried to say.
Yeah, well, they'll say anything. But now basically this is showing it's still our fault. You kill us, it's still our fault. And that's what we need to get from that. That's what this lawyer wants us to think.
That's some smart shit you just said right there. Now, if you ain't never said no smart shit in your life, you just said some smart shit right there. Because it's like you kill us without being armed, and it's our fault, because when you're choking us out, we're trying to get air, and you say we resisting. No, I'm trying to get you off my neck, bro. Like do you not realize that doesn't feel good when you choking me? Like it doesn't feel good. So of course I'm gonna resist.
For damn near 9 minutes, bro.
Because when you look at the full George Floyd video, He wasn't resisting. They arrested him. They picked him up. They sat him down. They put him in the car, and then all of a sudden, he's back out of the car on the ground. Like, what was he doing that was so bad that he was in the car handcuffed already, and you decided to take him out of the car and put him on the ground, and then say, "Oh, he was resisting." Well, when there's video showing that you handcuffed him, walked him over somewhere and sat down, and he complied with all of that. You put him in the car, he's complying with that, and then now he's on the ground.
And I'm gonna say, even if he didn't comply, it don't fucking matter. 2 minutes into that video, he in the beginning of that video, he's not doing anything but laying on that floor. Even if he didn't comply anytime before that, when is the time you say, okay, let me stop?
And he's already handcuffed. Like,
yeah, he's on the floor.
Point of this?
When do they say, okay, let me stop? Let me stop. That it ain't fair that we have to succumb to everything. And that's the problem with the media, is all they're portraying now is, oh, he's not as good of a guy as you think. But does it matter? Like,
does that mean that he deserved to die?
Everybody has a family member who is not favorable. Everybody do. Now, if that same family member who everybody in the family knows did unfavorable things, if the police did something to them, would they still go forward and say, well, she was a crackhead? No, they'll be like, justice, justice. And that's the problem. A lot of people who are saying these things don't feel it personally. They didn't watch the video.
They don't put themselves in the situation because
they've never been in a situation. They've never been in a situation where someone's dying and calling out for someone they love while they're dying.
Like, this man literally crying out for his mama because because he knows, like, I'm dying, I am dying here. And there's video of this dude and this girl literally telling the police, like, check his post. You know, he's just standing there all big and bad, and it's like man, like for this guy to come on national television.
And what's crazy, no pause. Let's think about this. Even the store owner, not the store owner, the store clerk came out and was trying to tell them to stop. Watch the video. The same guy who called about the counterfeit was out there telling those police to stop. It's on the video that he's wearing like a white shirt, and he's literally the guy who had to call the police about it. Why is the guy who called the police to get help telling y'all to stop? Think about that shit.
Yeah, it don't make any sense, man. It's this for that guy to come on TV and actually say a civilian should have stepped forward and said something. That blows me, bro. It's like, what do you mean a civilian should have stepped in? You know, like, what do you mean? Like, do you hear yourself? You got 3 other officers right there. Why didn't they stop them? Why didn't they help? That's their job. Your job is to serve and protect, not to kill and do more killing. Like, that don't make any sense to me.
And until people have to take accountability, things aren't going to change in the bigger picture. But I'm going to say I see a change coming. A change is going to come, like they say.
Well, a change is definitely here for the Unpopular Opinion podcast. As promised, the brand new segment that we're introducing here on the Unpopular Opinion podcast is Dano's dub of the day. So take it away, bro.
For my first segment.
First off, tell the people what dub of the day is.
For my first segment of the day, this is dub of the day. And what this is respect to either a person or individuals who deserve the respect. This first one is going to be a positive. The one you're going to get later on is a little bust on motherfuckers. But this one right here, I'm going to give today's dub of the day. Yay! Yay! Okay, hold the applause. This is Black America, because we stand strong through this bullshit. They trying to put some bullshit on our name. We stand strong. Let me put the mic down, because this is a mic drop. And they can't do nothing about it. They mad, because even this New World Order, if you look into that shit, this was all set up, but we are so strong, it ain't working in their favor. Black people, continue to protest, continue to do your thing. The change is already coming. That's it. Our next podcast, I'll do an individual, but today I feel like Black America deserves the dub. The first dub ever on our channel, Black America. Boom. That's it. And we're going to keep on going. Let's go.
And we're going to leave it, and we're going to leave it just like that. Daniel Dubba, hey, Black America. Shout out to Black America. Definitely deserve a dub of the day for their for what's going on right now.
Resilience.
For
Resilience,
sure.
bro.
For
Strength.
Sure.
Power and knowledge.
Moving on though, man. There's been statues coming down all over the world. You know, statues of slave owners. You know, there's been name changes. I know Clemson football team, they changed one of their halls. It used to be named after a slave owner. They changed their name. NASCAR has banned the Confederate flag. Even got one guy, Ray Cockerell, whatever his name is, however you say it.
He said, I'm going to quit.
He's
I'm
0-31. He's 0-31. NASCAR responded. NASCAR responded to him too and said, "We don't even know who you are." Like,
yeah, bro, we don't know you.
So
get a dub.
What is your take on what is going on with the statues, the Confederate flag, and everything, and all this stuff being taken down?
All right. Well, with the statues, I want to say at first I didn't understand it. I didn't think we should destroy them because they're old and we should cherish old shit. But when you start to listen to, I have to get serious again. Take this motherfucker out. Drip, drip. When you think about the reason people are actually taking them down and the want and the need of a new beginning, it makes sense. But it's bringing out the hatred in a lot of people as well. In the same token, because I don't know exactly where, so you can't quote me on the location, but they pulled down the statue and then KKK started threatening people. Did you hear about that as well? Started threatening people that they were going to come through the city.
Oh, yeah,
you heard.
Yeah.
That's why, bro.
Somewhere down south.
Them pulling, they pulled down the statue of Thomas Jefferson or some shit.
Yeah,
And then the KKK's all, oh, we ain't taking that. And then they were sending black people home from work and shit because of these threats. All I got to say about that, continue to stand up. Fuck them niggas. There's a reason they got masks on all the time. They scared to show their face. So we got to stay strong. Fuck them. And then the NASCAR dude, fuck him. Everyone who racist now is taking L's. Everybody who's truly racist is taking L's. And it's going to keep going back to that dub is America, the Black America, because we ain't taking none of the shit, the bullshit that represents the enslavement of our people. We tore it down. We are tearing it down. The statues. That was that first bar. And then even when NASCAR, bro, who watches that? White people. When NASCAR is taking out Confederate flags, we got another dub. That's another dub. That's all.
Well, NASCAR should have been taking away the Confederate flag. You know, I hate when people
it's still white people
talking
shit,
about their
still white people shit.
Talking about their pride and their heritage. What heritage? What pride? You talking about being racist? Like, that makes no sense to me.
And then
like,
I need to say that too.
Like, I'm from the South. I've been shot at before by people flying a Confederate flag. Like, is there like this is real facts. Like,
the problem with people is they're confusing other flags with that flag because they're thinking the Confederate flag represented the South as a whole. But all that Confederate flag represented was a battle flag for those who believed in slavery,
who wanted to keep slaves.
Yes, exactly. And people don't connect that. And then I hate to say it, but I got some black brothers out here who are confused to that fact too, and they just want to stand on it because they want to be friendly to motherfuckers. But that's dumb as hell. If someone's your enemy, I'm not saying be mean to them. Don't deal with them.
I can't talk to nobody that have no Confederate flag. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long I've known you. It doesn't matter. You have a Confederate flag, or if you like rocking a Confederate flag, me and you can't be friends. That's just how it works for me. I'm from the South, and that is our history in the South. You know, blacks getting hung, you know, from these guys with KKK members flying the Confederate flag. Are you telling me that it's a pride thing? Pride thing in what? And wanting to keep slaves and hanging and lynching black men and women? Like, are you stupid? Like that literally absolutely makes zero sense to me. So good thing that NASCAR did do that. Took you long enough, but they knew that they had to do something in this time. And that brings me to this point right here that I want to say. And I kind of touched on it the last podcast we had. And that is, we are too forgiving. Listen, there's a lot of people showing fake love right now because they know that they can't do no wrong by voicing support for this movement, because they know what could happen if they do the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
They see these businesses and things going down from the black dollar, because who support these people more than us? Because we want to impress people on Instagram. We want to, impress a girl, or we want to impress a dude. You know what I'm saying? So we go buy something stupid just because. That's what we do. $2,000 shirts. Like, that makes no sense. We're doing that while the rich white man
even when we don't
out
got
here
much
shopping
money
at Target.
Even when we ain't got much money, we keeping ourselves in this systematic racism by saying systematically broke, and that's
care about
when people think about what I just said. I think that'll wake up a lot of people. We say in the systematic racism because we say systematically broke from what they want us to buy, and it's a lot of shit we don't need, but we get stuck in that, and then that's just what it is. If you can't get something and still be by your means and still be good, you don't need it. And that's not what our society sees. Our society sees, I want to have fun first. On my paycheck, instead of paying for my bills first, I want to go turn up. And it's deep. But that's a whole other topic.
That's classic our mentality for sure. I mean, we can have a whole nother podcast just on the mentality of our people and the reason why we are kind of the way we are, obviously, because that's a part of it. That ain't really the only reason why. We already know why we're already at the bottom of society and all that other stuff. But yeah, man, the mentality is definitely always a problem with within our community. But we had the New York police boss, Michael Mirror. He held like his own little press conference, the other day, and bro was mad, man. Bro was super, super tight. Like I'm talking super tight. So I'm just gonna play a little clip just to let the viewers know just how mad
referencing to.
Someone in Minneapolis, it's still got a shine on it, and so do theirs. So do theirs. Stop treating us like animals and thugs, and start treating us with some respect. That's what we're here today to say. We've been left out of the conversation. We've been vilified. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
So Mr. Michael Mirror thinks that the media is vilifying the police and that they should be treated with some respect. So I ask you, Mr. Dano the Don, should the police be treated with some respect? And is the media vilifying them like they say they are?
I think that's so far-fetched from the truth. The problem is that their consistency with this belief. What's the problem now is all the bad police are standing in front of the line of the policemen when we come to these riots. We go to the I don't even call them riots, protests. And then the bad police are what's seen. And we're seeing that all over the media. It's not anyone's fault other than the people who are causing that. This is what I'm hearing right now. Basically, if I go and I started punching people in the face, and everybody who got it on tape that I'm punching people in the face, it's their fault instead of my fault that I'm punching everyone in the face. And then everyone's like, oh, this guy's an asshole. He punches everybody in the face. They're trying to find a victim way out of it. Of course, you guys are becoming the villains because a lot have been villainizing. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm getting lost in my own words right now because it's backwards. It's literally backwards. They're trying to take what black people feel and put it on the media as if they should be feeling that way. Like black people out here just beating up the police. Like black people are pulling over the police and bringing them to jail for a headlight that don't work, that really works. But actually now we got to search your car. Oh, you smell like weed too. And it's one thing after another. It's crazy.
It's a whole new cycle. Listen, bro. You said it right, man. It's.
I got lost in my own gibber, bro.
He make it seem like the media just shitting on the police. Nah, they just exposing y'all for what y'all really are. That's all that is. You're mad because now it's getting caught on camera, and the stuff that people that look like us have talked about for years that's been going on to us is just now finally coming to the light. That's why you're mad. Go ahead.
The simplicity of it all is really, damn, I just lost my train. Fuck, I totally lost my train of thought. Damn, bro. I had a really good point, but I lost it.
Well, you always messing up points. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, they just mad because
all right,
this
all right, it's back. It's back.
Got it now?
It's back.
You got it now.
It's back. All right. So now they've proved that there's fake people out there in the protests that are hired to go and cause mischief and break things and shit that aren't even really protesters. The protesters are grabbing these people and giving them to the police. So we know of these things. I'm pretty sure you've heard of them as well. When have you heard of someone dressing up like a police and beating up people, and then the media using that as what police are doing? We haven't. The problem is everything we're seeing about the police is really the police. Everything we're seeing about the people isn't all just protesters. There's people literally paid to create chaos. And it's so obvious now. Why are they letting people out right after they catch them stealing hundreds and hundreds of dollars of shit? Why? Let's be real. I went to jail for stealing $5 of shit. People are stealing TVs and PS5, getting caught. People are getting caught, put in the police car, brought to the precinct and let out. And I'm not saying, oh, lock them up. That's not what I'm going for. But we have to look beyond and why this is happening. Why? Or it could even be us. But if you tell me if I go steal $3,000 and stuff and I ain't gonna get in trouble, that's an incentive for me to do it too. So it's like they're trying to incentivize us to do bad things or put dirty people out there to do it. And then the biggest proof of it all is the bricks. Let's bring it back to the bricks. Ain't no random nigga just bring piles of bricks through all these communities in America.
And just setting them out there.
We're getting set up. Nobody is setting up the police. I guess that's the simplest way I could put it.
Because that's the way he tried to make it seem like, oh, y'all just putting all this stuff out there like that's bad about us. And it's like, no, we're just exposing y'all. That's all that is. That's what the media is doing. That's what the media is supposed to be for. The media is supposed to be for the people, to give out information for the people instead of doing what the news do in America, which is keep Americans and keep people in the blind and only tell them what they want them to know, not what they need to know. So that's all it's doing. I'm glad. Sometimes I love social media, and a lot of times I hate social media, but it'd be times like this where I love social media because, like I said, it's just highlighting the things that Black people has talked about for years that goes on to them in their communities and in our communities. And now it's just showing to light, and it's just proven. You got videos of police literally, bro, just riding down the street, spraying out freaking, I'm going to say CS gas because I'm military. So I'm going to say CS gas, but I guess they call it tear gas military-wise. But they just spraying it all out the window. They shooting rubber bullets at people just.
Pause. Think they're spraying shit out while the coronavirus. A lung, something where you have to breathe. It affects your breathing. They're spraying shit into our faces so we can't breathe. Bro,
that's stupid for me. Like, man, like, so you got police officers, bro, just jumping out of cars, just grabbing random people, bro, just slamming them on the ground. And you talking about stop vilifying y'all and treat y'all with respect, stop treating y'all like animals. Who treating the police like animals? What you mean treating y'all like animals? It don't feel good. It don't feel good to be scrutinized, huh? And be talked about, huh?
I'll be a fake journalist to say the only one fake thing I've seen that a fake protester did that looked bad on the police was they I don't know if you saw the video of them breaking the police car, and then the policeman had to come and break his windshield so he could see out of it to drive away. I don't know if you saw that video, but that is the only time I saw, okay, yeah, this ain't the police. They're trying to set up the police, because it showed just a little clip of when the police was hitting the window to break it, to break the rest of the windshield out, because they were all jumping over and they broke up the car and shit. But even that, I doubt that was really protesters, because other people were saying, hey, stop that shit. And it's some random motherfucker with their shit all covered up breaking the shit. But it's like, I don't know. It's just too fixed. It's too fixed. It's like a big-ass movie. America's became a movie for China, Germany, all these other places. They're looking at us like we're just a movie. We're an action movie right now, a drama even. And it's
well, that's what we always been. I mean, America's always been, drama and all that other stuff. That's always been what America about. Speaking of drama and all of that, we know the people love drama. We already know this. Coming up, as promised, second segment of the day.
Oh shit!
We got Dano clown that he found. Dano, you want to go ahead and tell them about the clown that you found?
All right. Well, since this is the first clown that we have found, we're gonna break this down into two people, because there's a lot of uproar going down in the community, and there's a lot of uproar going down in the music side of things. So, for the clown, for the music side of things, I'm gonna have to give it to Nicki Minaj, and there's good reasoning. Let me tell you. Sorry, Barbies or whatever y'all call yourself nowadays. I don't know if y'all matured into Bratz dolls by now.
Yeah, you're gonna have. Hey, no, listen. We don't want no. Listen. We don't want no problems with the. I'm telling you right now. Listen.
We don't want no beef.
I mean this and no disrespect, Barbs, because boy, when the Barbs are out, them. Brianna Navy or whatever they call the Beehive, boy, I'm telling you, when they get on you, boy, they be on you, son. So
okay, with all due respect, in the video that, okay, well, before I talk about the video, I want to talk about how she said even her own husband, let's remember what I said, husband doesn't agree with her doing the video with 6ix9ine because he doesn't mess with snitches and all that, but she still does it. But then she also condones it and then says, well, rappers and the gang world are different. But I must conceive to say 6ix9ine did put himself to be a part of Treyway, which is a gang. So most of these people, if you start to claim gangs, you kind of take away that boundary of music and gang shit, and it becomes the same. So you have to become accountable for what you do. Okay, now let's go on from that life lesson. And then another thing, she's butt-ass naked on this nigga in his bathtub because they shot the shit at his crib. Where is her husband? Why is he okay with this? If he doesn't condone this,
her husband. You know her husband is not going to be at that undisclosed location. And she probably had to sign so many freaking, NDAs on all that other stuff. Because, boy, she dealing with the feds right now. So, her husband ain't going to be in that location. Ain't he like a felon too or something like that? Yeah, no, ain't no way he's going to be there.
Bro, all right, and she just takes the L for that. Obviously, 6ix9ine, I could say 6ix9ine, but everyone's always gonna say 6ix9ine until he stops rapping. So I don't want to be that, because he's gonna automatically get it. Just remember that he automatically gets it. Okay, and now from the other standpoint, I want to give it to Tucker from Fox for trying to perpetuate that in Seattle, and not just this time, but if you go look at how he portrays the Black Lives Matter in all these movements that are for minorities, he is obviously racist. And he is obviously trying to perpetrate something that is untrue to make people look at these communities as bad as possible. Right when they hear, oh, Black Lives Matter protest, let's make it seem like they're shooting people. Let's make it seem like they're extorting companies. Let's make it look like they're as bad as can be. And the reason I'm saying this, if you go to my page, you'll see I did a whole thing on this. But then I also did videos of people from Seattle who are walking through and saying it's just like a block party. It's nothing going on, really. The mayor says nothing is going on. Why does someone from Fox News think they know better about Seattle than the mayor of Seattle? People who live in Seattle. He's saying that you can't even go through here. You could be a captive of this new country. Bro, fake media takes the L with Tucker. And that's my two clowns. Tucker and Nikki, sorry, y'all taking the red nose today. And I hope y'all get out of this one alive. I don't know what to say. Shit.
First ever Dano clown that he found in Dub of the Day. Y'all tell us how y'all rocking with that. If y'all agree with his Dub of the Day and his clown that he found. Today was two clowns.
Come on now.
Y'all let us know if y'all rocking with it. Moving on though, man. Since we in these sensitive times of race and history and all this other stuff that's going on around us right now, protests and riot and getting people fired, which I love because it's nothing more than I love than exposing racist people. Now you got to go find a job because you wanted to go. You couldn't even keep it a secret. You really wanted to release it. Like the people. Before we get to this topic, the people that come out and say this racist stuff or do this racist stuff, especially knowing that they're on camera, or especially the people that write it on social media.
Did you see the lady who called a lady a nigger and then she followed her to the police station and started crying in front of the police station? No, I'm so sorry. I'm just tired of all this going on. The lady's all, well, we've been tired for 400 years. Like, the shit was funny as hell. You got to watch that, bro.
See, that's the thing. It's like, man, it's like for you to still do some stuff like that in a time like this, knowing you're going to get fired. There's no question. They're not playing now. Like, these companies are letting people go because they know what's going to happen if they don't get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to do something like that in a time like this, you have to be a real racist, boy, to say some stuff like that, knowing you're gonna get fired. Like you have to really just feel
no fucks
that.
given.
Yeah,
no
bro,
fucks
you have
given.
to really feel that in order to do something like that. Knowing Black Twitter, if y'all don't know what Black Twitter is, just go type it in on Twitter, and I'm telling you, you say something stupid, Black Twitter will get you known, and Black Twitter will get you fired. Like that's a fact. Like that is a fact. But let's go ahead and get into this next topic, though, man. It's just a quick little sidebar that I thought about. Just thinking about the times. But do you think that the national anthem should be played before sporting events?
Now this is a real hard one to answer because I support it being played. But this is the thing. Hold
on. And I'm a soldier. But
there's more to it. There's more to it.
You support the national anthem?
Bro, they've always done it. They've always done it. And I'm going to tell you why.
Though. They haven't. That's the problem.
I thought they did.
This is a new thing, just recently, since 2014 maybe? Since like 2009-ish or so. That's when they did the deal. They did the NFL. They did the deal. The NFL didn't always do it. The NFL was one of the new ones that come on board to do it. So that's the thing. And this is my thing. I don't think it should be played. But go ahead and give me.
But the only reason I say it should is because how we can kneel down and we'll stand for something. I feel like the national anthem, because if we say we shouldn't, then we're also saying that us kneeling is wrong in a sense. Because people are going to say, well, it's because you shouldn't put politics.
I think it's
because you shouldn't put politics together. That's what I'm saying.
You can separate the two, though. And the reason why I say I think you can separate the two is because you can say you don't think sports should be like you, Dano, right? Let's just say when you go to work, do you have to go stand for the national anthem before you go to work?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Of course not, nigga.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So why do athletes have to stand for it? So you know
But
what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like,
When
you know,
people go
I'm
clock
not
into
saying
their
every
job at the
time.
bank, when people go clock into their job at the bank, they don't go stand for the national anthem before they go get on before they go get in their cubicle and
No,
do whatever they do.
I do think. Well, then I guess what I should narrow what I'm saying down to. I feel like they should do it on like bigger events, like Super
Everything is
Bowls.
always about money. That's
But I feel like
did this
to show America is what I'm saying. Like to have pride of we're America, we can ball. Like I think during the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, we should do it. Not every game, because then that's just us watching. But what I'm saying with these big ones, across the world is watching. But then in the same token, the only reason I say we should is because in the same token, we should be able to kneel and show how we feel and how we feel about our political standing in this country. And that's how a voice, just like we should represent America, all right, yeah, just like if we were Team USA and shit, basically, in the Olympics. That's kind of how I look at our Super Bowl and our NBA Finals. It's the best of America. Like, this is us. Because in some sports, we blow out other people in certain sports. So I feel like we should have a pride in that. Not every game, because a normal American don't need to see it every time they go see a sporting event, I don't think. But for the big events, I definitely believe we should. But it's a big thing also tied with the fact that people are like, well, I don't want my politics with my sports. But those same people are also doing the Pledge of Allegiance before sports, which doesn't have anything to do with sports.
It's just, I think the fact that a lot of people are these people that cried even about Colin Kaepernick, kneeling.
But that's my point. That's my point.
I think even those people that did all that crying and did all that other stuff, when Colin Kaepernick did that, I bet those are the same people on Sunday, while the national anthem is being played. Those same people then went up to go use the bathroom. Those same people then went up in the kitchen and grabbed them another beer.
But now hear me.
Grab them something to eat during the national anthem. They're not standing there in their living room playing it, but they're talking about somebody else should be patriots. During the games, you still have people sitting down. You still have people with their hats on. You have people going to the concession stand. But those same people, I guarantee you, are the same people that vilified Colin Kaepernick for kneeling for the national, for kneeling about the injustices that we face.
But now riddle me this. If, say, we took away all national anthems and shit off of sports, what would those same people still say? They'd be like, oh, well, see, Black Lives Matter. See, Black people need to take away us being American. So it's about being Black more than being an American. And that's what I'm saying. It's that very thin line where they're going to use it against the BLM movement. Because that's the thing. The BLM movement, everything going wrong or right in society is going to be pointed at Black people because we have the Black Lives Matter movement going on. So say we do anything that shows any type of, like if someone had an American flag in front of their house and they lower it, right now in these times, people would say, oh, it's because Black people aren't really with America, if you understand what I'm saying. People are trying to find any reason that Black people are terrorists, simply put. Any reason that Black people aren't really for America, even though we really built this shit. Like, going back to my Clown of the Sound, he was even talking about, oh, they're acting like they built this country. Y'all don't own this country. But he's saying this on Fox. No, but that's what I'm saying. If you watch these, you see they're saying direct things that we have pride in. Black people have pride. My ancestors were slaves to build this country. But now they're saying, y'all didn't build this shit. Y'all don't own this.
And go back to where you come from after they done profited off the backs and labor of our people. It's always ironic. That's when they tell you to go back after the job is already finished.
Mm-hmm.
Why they wasn't saying
Exactly.
that when we was doing all of that work for free and all of that other stuff? Why wasn't they saying that
for
then?
real?
But now it's go back after the job is already finished. Miss me with that, and miss me with something else, bro. I know this wasn't on the docket for this show specifically, but it's something that we already know. It's something that we already talked about, and that's the B. Simone situation. For y'all who don't know, B. Simone is a Instagram comedian. Is how I know her. I just know her from the Shade Room, but she was in the news. She had some interesting things to say. You know, she was talking about how she doesn't want a man that work a 9 to 5. That had a lot of people. That had a lot of people. You know, up in arms. That had a lot of people talking about some things. Where she was, she was talking to Nick Cannon over like a Instagram live or whatever they were doing, and she had some things to say. So let's just hear what she had to say, man.
Can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like, he can't
like,
clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I
be
think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not gonna understand my lifestyle. You're not gonna understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you making this hard. Okay, all right.
You know, he has.
So let's cut that off there. What do you think about what she was saying there? Now, hold on.
I think
she got on Instagram Live with, I forgot. Oh, her name is Light Skin Keisha. She's also another, social media comedian. They was talking about it, and basically they were saying for all the people that's mad, that she was saying that she don't want nobody to work no 9 to 5. That they need to all get their broke ass up, and they need to all go to work or basically go be a boss if they butt hurt about her saying she don't want nobody that work a 9 to 5. So what do you think of this situation, bro? What do you think of the current climate of women in this generation?
That is the current climate, right? What she just said, and it's so sad, but that is the current climate, right? Where I don't want a man who has to go to work. I don't want, like, the problem with this, when it trickles down to normal people, they hear that, then that makes Susie down the block or whoever down the block try to be the same way. And Susie or Barbara or whatever her name is down the block ain't got a job for herself. Meaning what that creates is, what do you think that creates? Let's think about it. This has been a thing forever. Sugar babies, sugar daddies. And let's think about what she is really glorifying, sugar daddy mentality. Because a young man can't just randomly have it. A young man ain't gonna just be rich. The percentage of young men who are business owners is so low. So she's portraying that to women, and women are gonna take that on. Like, oh yeah, she's right. I don't want to have to let my guy go to work. Fuck that. He needs to be his own boss. And then in turn, taken away from the respect of a hardworking man who works his ass off. So
that's really what it's about. Like the fact that she says she doesn't want no man that work a 9 to 5. There's doctors out here that's working. I mean, they work 10, 12-hour shifts, but they working 9 to 5s. And you telling me that you wouldn't want a doctor? Like you telling me, a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer or some of these smart people, that's making $100,000 plus a year doing, you tell me you don't want nobody to work a 9 to 5. And basically what that tells me, bro, is that's this current climate of women. And I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. I'm married, happily, got,
Me too. Thank God. Thank God, because I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, bro. Bro, like I literally be grabbing my freaking hair every day, looking through social media, just seeing the stuff that women say. It's like, man, like I'm so glad. But
the problem with society is it's trying to make men beta. It's trying to make every man a beta. a weak man, and I'm not for that. I ain't for that. Us men gotta stay men, or a lot of other things crash down in our society, and it's proven itself to be true time and time again. And that mentality that she's having creates beta men, because even the man that she wants is gonna be a weak, individual-minded man. Because why would he want her? What the fuck he want her for? If she has that mentality anyway. So she wants someone that she can manipulate, and showing these other women that, and it's been a deep thing. Let's think about
and the fact that she said, "I like they're not gonna understand me." Like, I hate when people say that. Like what you mean they're not gonna understand?
That's disrespectful.
That? Like those days of people not knowing. Like, I'm pretty sure most people that watch celebrities or watch the entertainment business, I'm pretty sure they know that they put in long hours. Like, I'm pretty sure they know this. And I hate when people use that excuse to, that, oh, they're not going to understand me, basically, when they not necessarily want to be a gold digger, because I'm not saying she doesn't have money, because I'm sure she has some money. I'm sure, Wildin' Out pays pretty decent. I'm sure it pays pretty decent.
I'm sure she got good money.
Baby videos, or been in the baby the video, the one that it was like a little movie, the 10-minute one. I'm sure he paid her.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I'm not saying she's broke or that she's gold digging, but I'm saying the behavior is gold digging like, because it's basically,
it's bougie.
Yeah, it's the bougie attitude, and that's what kills me about this. It's just,
she got in one music video and she thinks she's a rapper now. That's the problem with the mentality of motherfuckers. They get a little clout, they get a little clout, and they forget who they really are. Because she was probably, every man she was talking to before she was talking to people now was dudes who worked. Now she's just trying to feel like she's above things. But it's stupid. Everybody literally works. No matter how you look at it, everybody working for somebody else. Even if you a boss, you working for somebody else. And that's just life. It's life.
You have to pay for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. You always work.
Even once you own the building, you still got to pay property taxes on the building.
Pay the building off. Exactly.
You still got to pay the property taxes on.
No. So we all working for somebody in one way or another. And just saying that, she disrespected so many people. And I'll be surprised if a lot of her subscribers don't take that to heart. Because
no, you know why?
Shitting on her.
They won't, because most of her following are women just like her. Like, you got to think, that's the climate of this culture, bro. They follow people like Meg Thee Stallion, that all they want to do is twerk all day on social media. That's like who gonna handle me? That's what they like, bro, because that's the way they think. Who gonna handle me? Because can't nobody tell them something, because they think somebody's telling them something, that somebody trying to boss them around, and it's just simple.
Yeah.
So that's the climate of the women,
of a lot,
bro.
A lot of them. Of course, not all of them. We got to put that out there.
Not all.
Of course,
there's no such thing.
And I hate that we have to say that.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's obvious. Whenever we say something, people always try to generalize it to everybody. And
but people gonna try to be
emotional thinkers. Emotional thinkers are gonna try to so you're just sexist. No, this is literally, you can see it. But what we need to do as men is go look at these women who follow people with these mindsets, Amber Rose type of mindsets. If you see these females following these females, stay away from them. We need to use this social media to our advantage.
That's real talk.
Females have a bad understanding of self-respect and morals and shit. Let them be who they are. But if you don't want to deal with that shit, use that sign. That's a Dano tip right there. Check their Instagram, check their shit, check their friends. If Amber Rose is on that bitch, for sure. Don't add the bitch. Don't add that whore. And then
I agree, bro. I for sure agree. Let me throw another one on you real quick. Nike. There's obviously we talked about this earlier. There's
very briefly
companies, they coming out. They're talking about they obviously in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. They on board to talking about the injustices and that we face in this country. So Nike decided to make Juneteenth. Do I even have to explain Juneteenth to people? Like I really shouldn't. In short,
I don't think you should. But
Negroes celebrate July 4th when you should be celebrating Juneteenth, which is June 19th in a few weeks. Next week. That's basically the short. You want to go look it up.
Look it up. Look it up.
But like
Put
I said,
it on Wikipedia.
We need to celebrate their own independence. So Nike decided to make Juneteenth a national holiday, a national paid holiday for their employees. So it's not necessarily about Nike, this question, but this, Netflix came out in support, PlayStation, Sony, they came out in support. There's been plenty of companies that obviously come out in support, Roger Goodell, the NFL. So the question really isn't about the support, so to speak. The question is, how long do you think this is going to last? And do you think that this is fake love? Because I know earlier you say the Daniel Dub of the day, it was to Black America, and I agree.
But yeah, and then
there's a lot of stuff that has changed, but I think it's only in the moment. That's the reason why I asked the question.
Temporary.
Because for me, I think everything, just like I said earlier, it's easy to come out and say something in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, because anything that you say positive is people are gonna highlight you. Like,
yeah, but what about?
We're gonna say nothing negative. Like these companies will benefit nothing to say something negative, because all that's gonna do is have people, as they say in this culture, cancel you. So everybody want to cancel everything. So anything you say in support of the movement is obviously going to get you elevated up here. So why would these companies say something bad? Like, it's almost like you can't miss if you say something good. So for me, I think it's fake love, and I think it's only for the moment, because people know what's going to happen if they either A, don't say something, or B, say the wrong thing. So for me, I think it's fake love, and I think this stuff won't last. Yeah, it's good, that you get Black Lives Matter painted in front of the White House. It's good that you got a street named, George Floyd Avenue, or George Floyd Street, or I can't, don't quote me on the Avenue, Street, or Boulevard, whatever it is, but there's a street changed to George Floyd's name. We get the Louisville police now. Well, in Louisville, there's no such thing as a no-knock warrant, which brings me to this point, since we talked about this before, I get to you. According to the reports, the police said they actually did knock on the door at Breonna Taylor's house, but they had a no-knock warrant. Now they're banning, no-knock warrants in Louisville. So did you knock or did you not knock?
No, yeah, you can already tell they were trying to backtrack right there. That's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I think it's all fake love for me. What do you think?
Honestly, I totally agree with it being fake love. And I feel like the only way we can trust what these companies are saying, let's say, for example, if it's because everything is the same. A police department is another company. They make their money by ticketing people and doing shit like that. But any of these companies, if they want to make a change and they show us these changes, they also need to change who's ahead of things, or that means nothing. Like, say Bob is the leader of Bob's Burgers, and then they're known to be racist, and then all of a sudden they're doing 10% off for Black people because something's going on. But Bob's Burgers is still racist until Bob himself is removed from the top of that. And until we start to see head people of these companies that are known to be racist, and I'm not even saying put Black people in all these positions, but put someone new with a more open mind, with I guess a simple understanding of human life, and that everyone's
a different
equal.
point of view is really what it
is,
really what you're saying, really.
And that's the only way it's really going to change. But I do believe most of these companies, because like you're saying, no company is going to be like, you know what? Yeah, F black people. Nobody's gonna say that amidst all this and expect a positive return. So everybody's gonna jump on this board. It's just like these waves, these clout waves, whatever is cool in the moment, they jump on that. All these companies, and this is just another thing for them. But I am happy still that the things are happening, but we will not see for a long time, because what we're going to need to do is stand up as a community too, and also say we are going to, whenever you guys go back or take these things away that you're doing for us, we are going to cancel you. We are going to, because then there's our proof. We can't just write everyone off though, but if we have proof that it's just for the show, just for the cameras, we need to learn how to cut these people off, just like a TV show. If a TV show says it's reality and we find out it looks to the side and you see it's all set up, you don't want to watch that reality show no more because you see it's fake. We need to do that as Americans. We need to look at all the fake shit going on and we need to see it as that and use it. Like say somewhere puts a good sale on, utilize it. No, actually, I'm just playing. Don't spend your money with them. I'm acting crazy, but we just need to understand and build our own businesses. That's probably what we should do from now on. Build our own businesses, because if anything, we know we ain't racist. You yourself knows you are not racist if you're not racist. So create something your fucking self. Fuck it. I don't know. We need to build up a bigger black.
In the words of Dano the Don, always gonna leave you with some insightful, crazy shit to talk about. But that's gonna be it for the Unpopular Opinion podcast. I just want to remind you guys the podcast is on Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Stitcher, however you find your podcast. Also, the video upload will go up usually one day after the podcast is up. Audio podcast is always going to be up on Mondays and Fridays. When you guys get this podcast, you guys will be hearing this podcast on Saturday, but we will start with our regular schedule on Monday. You guys will get a podcast on Monday and Friday from there on after that. You want to leave us with some final words, bro?
All right. I just want to say, let's keep standing up. We kneeled first. We first learned to kneel. Now we stand, and we gonna keep this going, people. We just gotta stay strong. That's it, man. We gotta stay strong.